What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer taking a look at Melfi again, but this is not pure Melfi. In fact, there's no Melfi cards in my hand right now, but this is a Melfi deck, and there's a ton of synergy, inadvertent or not. And because the traps can be turned into synchro monsters by the searchable, I think it's called Ear Hopper or something like that. You can also, there's lots of really cool synchros you can go into with Eldlich and a whole bunch of other stuff. So this guy's playing Phantom Knights, and this is as complete a Phantom Knights board as I've ever seen in my life. Now, he does mess up pretty bad, but in any case, you'll see what I end up doing here. So this is, when it comes to this opening, this is as good as it's going to get. When it comes to facing off, because he's going to go into DP, which is going to hit Scythe. Now, he makes a really big mistake here in the beginning. So during the standby phase, he's going to go ahead and DPE hit the Scythe, right? Which is pretty normal. But he targets the DPE himself. And at this point, he knew I was playing Eldlich as well, which is kind of interesting. I do get a Melfi card, which is pretty cool, because this lets me add a beast monster to hand. So I'm going to be able to at least add the synchro. I'm going to go ahead and set 4 there. Going to try to activate Caddy at the end phase, trying to use up all those Appaloosa negates, but good news here, I can get rid of the DP. It's not going to be a problem because it is a big problem. He's going to have to special summon back Doomlord. Don't really know why he's doing that. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche, hoping that he doesn't have a way to get Fogblade into the graveyard, which is what he's trying to do now. So I'm going to go ahead and negate that. It does destroy, unfortunately, so it is going to bring 2 back, but nonetheless, I think that's only a hard once per turn. He's going to go into Nightmare Unicorn. I'm thinking he's going into Access Code Talker, but he does not have it. So I got very, very lucky. Doesn't have an Exceed monster on the board either. Can't go into Zeus. No rank 4s. So I've survived. I have definitely survived so far. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can trigger that last Appaloosa negate. I do. Scarlet Sanguine can go ahead and get me Conquistador. I do search out Eldlich. I'm only running 1 right now, which probably is objectively wrong. I mean, I don't know who would even do that. I'm trying to get through his Fog Blades at this point. I know he has 2 left. But I feel kind of safe low-key because, like, I don't know how he's going to get Fogblade off the board. But Caddy can finally come down. I'm going to be able to finally make some plays here. Ancient Cloak can get him a Boots. But again, I do not think he has anything. I can go ahead and go into a Sealy. And then during a quick effect, because, Break Sword is not a quick effect as well, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to bounce that back to the hand. He's going to pop that last card and the Cursed Eldlin. Don't really know why you would do that. But nonetheless, he cannot attack. Fogblade, right? You got to know your own card effects. The top deck of Obedient School doesn't seem great, but it actually is pretty good because I can go ahead and get that off the board. And then I can special summon this to the field. I do have a Conquistador now, luckily. And then I can also draw 1 card, hopefully getting into something good. It ends up being Ear Squadron, which is half decent, obviously. So he's not going to be able to get over Eldlich. He's going to, go ahead and hit into the Magician's Souls, but then he realizes he's done. He can't do that. So through DP and Scythe Lock, I was able to win that duel. Eldlich obviously is a very powerful engine. We'll go over all the rest of them that I have now. Again, this deck isn't the greatest thing in the world, but it is really fun. Having access to something like Obedient School is also super, super nice when you're playing pure. And what I mean by pure is that you're playing during your opponent's turn, right? Like through the Eldritch stuff. That's kind of the whole idea. Dark Bribe is going to go ahead and negate that. I'm not really sure if that's what I would negate, but okay. Okay, so then I can go ahead and go into Rescue Cat. I have a whole lot of advantage. And I do run X-Saber Arabellum, which is kind of funny. Because, first of all, it's like a decent tech card, in case you can attack directly. There's not a lot of normal summons because all the Melfis special summon themselves. And it's a level 3 Synchro, which is super, super important. We're going into Naturia Beast. He's going to attempt to, he's going to go into Mirror Jade using my Naturia Beast, which is a really good interaction there. He is able to go into Branded Fusion. Doesn't have discard fodder, though, for the Lebulian. Lebulian? I don't know. One of those things. I do top deck Eldlich, which is funny, I guess. But I can go into Alpha, and then I'm going to go ahead and just throw that back into the extra deck right there. I don't really know why he shotgunned that, but okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw this back into the extra deck. That way I can attack directly. And then in the main phase 2, I can go to Downward and then go into Zeus. So not too bad. I do have a way to kind of clear the board. He does have Forbidden Droplets, which is obviously very, very good. He's going to go ahead and activate it now. And then he's going to activate Branded Bond. So he's going to, go into Fallen of Albaz and hard make Mirror Jade again. So Albaz actually making kind of a big appearance here. I do have a beating school, but I think it's better just to get this off the board. All my monsters are destroyed during the end phase, which doesn't really matter. So I can go ahead and special summon this card. And then I do have a Conquistador here. And, it can't be destroyed by card effects. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop his field spell. That way he cannot fusion summon, because I know the only other card... Well, I guess I did kind of shotgun that, but you never know what he's going to top deck. So I thought that was good. Basically so he couldn't fusion summon, because I don't think he had any more Fallen of Albaz in his deck. This is against a Ritual deck, and this guy really hated that I was playing this. He ended up beating me in the match, so I don't really know what he was so mad at. He said I wasn't using Melfi cards, and yeah, here I am. Using Melfi cards. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Melfi of the Forest, and then I can grab the quick play spell. Didn't mean to set that. I wanted to activate it. I'm gonna go ahead and activate it in the draw phase. So Wallaby plus Naturia Beast is quite good, and considering I'm playing a Ritual deck, even better. I don't think they have a way that they could possibly win. But this card is really good. Peacock is super good against this deck, being able to throw things back into the hand. Without a doubt, but I'm going to be able to I have so much advantage at this point, so he really can't Ritual Summon, so he can't do anything. I think this duel goes on a little bit longer than it should as well. Cursed Eldlich is actually kind of crusty, because I can't attack with anything but zombie monsters, which is kind of unfortunate, but you are able to get it off the board a lot of the times, but, here comes X-Saber, good tech card, right? Go ahead and get rid of one of the cards in his hands, which is pretty funny. And I don't have lethal, but I can go into Downer, go for a double pop Zeus plus Naturia Beast. Should hopefully be pretty good. I can special summon a bunch of times too. And if he summons, I think I can just add something to my hand, like Hopier, and then go into whatever synchro that I really want. So that was a pretty good one. Here's that other game I had against Phantom Knights. Seeing this in the opening is not really too bad. Okay, Cursed Eldlich, what is it? What do they say? Pay 8, feel great. And yeah, totally understand that. I can go ahead and probably just draw one. He goes ahead and shotguns the Imperm, which, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. But I can go ahead and send a Conquistador. Conquistador can go ahead and get me Scarlet. So that was really the main purpose of that interaction. And then having Wallaby and open, always a good thing. Doomlord, he ends up, having that open, which kind of stinks for him. But obviously, I don't feel bad about it. This is where compulsory evacuation, the new synchro, comes in really, really well, because this Cherubini is really hard to get rid of, but not in this deck. So quick effect before he can even activate anything, and I don't think he's going to be able to go into Rusty. I don't think he's going to be able to make another one of the Cherubinis. At this point, I'm thinking he's almost maybe trying to go for, a rank 3 play, but that goes ahead and gets banished. A couple of Fog Blades. So I do have a little bit of work to get caught up on here. I can go ahead and get rid of one of the Fog Blades, which is always kind of a good thing. I can banish the Scarlet Sanguine, give myself an Omni Negate, which is always pretty nice. And then I can go ahead and go into Adamantipator Dragite. So lots of synchro targets in this deck. And I knew he was playing something in the back row, so obviously I'm going to negate that. And I do have an Omni Negate next turn, plus a pop, which is always awesome. And in the end phase, this is going to go ahead and special summon itself. So the engine, is pretty self-sustaining, not too bad. And then last, here against Dark Magician. Cursed Eldlich again. I guess I have this in my opening all the time. But Rescue Cat is just really good. I also love Cursed Eldlich because it's Ash bait, for a lot of cards, especially if your opponent doesn't know what you're playing. And this is the best opening I think that you could possibly get in the game. Although I don't have a Scarlet Sanguine, so I guess I don't have a way to get into my Eldlich engine. But I can go ahead and tag those out. Feeling pretty good. I already have the Synchro in hand, so that means I get to add Hopier, which is always a really good thing. And then you get to mill cards with the Naturia Beast, and one of them was Scarlet Sanguine, which is actually disgusting. Super, super gross in terms of being good. Okay, and then Kalimtosa can go ahead. I can pop that so he's not going to be able to draw any cards, and he has all spells in his hands, which is unfortunate for him. I'm just going to keep negating those. Basically, won't let him do anything. And he just draw a card as another spell. Pretty bad for him. And I have so many cards in my hand at this point. If I had the Melfi continuous spell, you'd actually maybe your opponent would have I don't know, 1,000 less attack. I wish it was 200 attack for every Melfi in your hand, or 400. I don't really know what you would want it to be, but he's going to go ahead and this guy actually thought some things through, so pretty good. He's like a really good Dark Magician player. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and bring back the Dark Magician. It's going to trigger a couple of things for me. I'm going to go ahead and hit up the synchro to bounce this back to his hand. That way the Naturia Beast comes on the field, and then he's going to try to, ritual summon. I'm, of course, going to negate that. And then he's going to go into the end phase. Do have to get rid of this Cursed Eldlich, which I'm going to be able to do right now. Send the Magician's Rod, get rid of the Cursed Eldlich. And then I can go into... I should have just attacked for a game. This only does double battle damage, although I guess it wouldn't have been game either ways, but this only does double damage when it involves an attack with a monster. Just, I guess, a good note. Okay, Magician Souls, and then he's going to go ahead and special summon this card. I can go ahead and bounce this back into the extra deck. Anytime like something gets bounced, I think I get an extra negate. He's going to try to activate Souls. Of course, you can't do that. Going to go into the end phase. I can go ahead and set a Scarlet Sanguine, which is pretty nice. And yeah, so that was like a real good concept theory of like how this deck works. I honestly think it's like 10 times better than Melffy Tri-Brigade from what I've been playing tonight. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.